predictability. The milkman, the paper boy, evening TV. Did I get delivered here? Somebody tell me, please.
Good afternoon.
We are back
with
Vanessa Vision.
My name is Abdul.
And I'm Javier.
And I am Angela.
For this week's shoutouts, we have our freshmen, Stephanie Rios for acing the algebra test, and Nadia Knight for amazing and being ethic in algebra.
For our next set of shoutouts, we have our sophomores, Alex Miguel Hernandez, for having a great attendance and for being a diligent worker, and Javier Herrera for paying attention and for being able to explain physics pretty well. Good job.
For our next set of shoutouts, we have our juniors, KJ for perfect attendance and for having work ethic, and Eliza for always reading and for having perfect attendance and having the work ethic.
And for our last set of shoutouts, we have our seniors, Carrington Cooley for having a great work ethic, and Unique DeFano for having a great humor, for busting her off and acing her Unit 4 test. Great job.
Miss Sayada, the school art teacher, wants to inform you that the district art show is approaching, in a big acknowledgement to Anime, Daniel, and Nebit, who qualified to participate in the district art show. This event will take place from February 13th to March 16th at the Wellington Webb Marshall Building.
For this week's local news, a man with a gun barricaded himself inside a regional transportation district bus. The man pulled out what appeared to be a gun on the RTD bus as it was headed on West Colfax Avenue at Oak Street. After the cops arrived to the scene, they negotiated and finally gave in. After further investigation, the gun turned out to be an airsoft gun.
Luckily, no one was hurt. Next, we have Christian McCaffrey, the Stanford running back and the son of former Broncos receiver Ed McCaffrey, is at the NFL Scouting Combine this week and will be interviewed by the Broncos on Thursday night. Coach Vince Joseph said, "This kid really got talent." Great job.
This week's national news, we have Oprah Winfrey saying that she's rethinking a run for U.S. presidency in the wake of Donald Trump's election. In an interview on Tuesday with David Rubenstein on the Bloomberg. Winfrey revealed that before Trump's election, she thought she didn't have the appropriate government experience to run the country. Now, the outspoken Hillary Clinton supporter is rethinking her decision. "I've never considered the question," she says after a pause, citing her lack of political experience, but now that Trump has assumed the presidency despite has never held a position in public office. Winfrey has realized that she might have what it takes.
In global news, over 200,000 refugees from Syria traveled to France for a better life, will sacrifice majority of every penny that they have to leave their homeland. This has been happening ever since November 24th of 2015 till now with the new president of the United States.
Mr. Harris wants to congratulate
give a shout out
to Shelby and Micaiah for breaking his test tubes. Good job, guys.
And here's Gio, more of today's news.
And do you guys think if she actually ran and wins the 2020 election, will she make change for better or worse for the country?
I feel like it'd be for the better, just because she has certain respect for people, not based off of race or anything else, unlike Donald Trump.
I agree. She has more connections with the people, unlike when Donald Trump just wants what he wants for himself.
Agreed.
What's that word? He's arrogant.
And now back to the crew. I'm Gio here with Kaylee and Victoria, and my first question is, did you guys know that Oprah is planning on or thinking about running for president?
Up until now, I hadn't heard of it, but that's pretty cool.
I seen it on Facebook, so I thought it was fake, but I guess it's true. And how do you guys feel about it?
Well, I feel that it's a lot better than what we have now because can I use raggedy? He's kind of raggedy.
Yes, Donald Trump is very raggedy and racist. And I think Oprah doesn't discriminate people. Discriminate, same thing about race.
Especially against women.
And if she actually goes through with it and wins, the 2020 election, do you guys think she'll make change for better or worse for the country?
I think she can make a lot of things better, considering how she's like really rich. Like she can invest in a lot of things and help out with things that we need that Donald Trump isn't helping with.
I think she'll make it better because like she has that vision in politics than Donald Trump. So yeah. And back to the crew.
And I am Angela.
And this is
Vanessa
Vision.
Vision.
Okay, let's go get some pancakes.
Yup.